This is what the alert noise of his sounds like. This is the cancel button. You have but two ways that you could perform the transformation feature. You could press the middle button, or you could press 106 and then press this down. Next, I'm going to show you the code to call Travel On. Travel On is basically a train that could transform into a robot that Magi used. The code was 886. And the next one is this Travel On Special. And that's basically a special move that the Travel On could do. So this is what it sounds like. And again, there's a lot more codes for this, but I'm just going to show you those three at the moment. And this changer actually came with a set of cards which you could play around and create holes in them, meaning this also is kind of like a hole punch. So let me show you what I mean. You could actually insert a paper in here, like so, and you could punch a hole in it. I personally didn't use the cards that they provided, like the way they were intended to, by creating holes in them, because obviously they're imported cards and I don't want to be creating holes in them. But it's pretty fun to be creating holes in like random papers when you're bored. And you can open the top part here to basically release the paper shavings. So that's basically it, and this is what the back looks like. Actually, my gold grip phone is kind of ruined over here because I used to have a black lining on my display, and I didn't know that it actually sucked whatever you put on top of it, and it basically sticks onto the actual product, and when you take it out you have the sticky residue here. I wish I knew earlier, that way I wouldn't have put it if I knew, but what are you gonna do? But still, the phone is still in good condition aside from that. That's basically it for the changers. So Magi Ranger actually was the very first series I saw. That's why I went through the trouble of getting all the changers for it. The Power Rangers Mystic Force, the Mystic Morphers, were actually highly differentiated and highly guarded. Let me show you what the differences were. It was actually quite smaller than the Magi changers, the Mystic Morpher, and when you press this button on the side, the top would automatically flip up like that. I know it's all nice and cool, but they did that in the expense of an automatic wand feature, meaning the wand, you had to manually pull it out, and when you do so, sometimes, or most times actually, the wand is stiff, and when you do that it makes this really creaky noise, almost sounding as if it's gonna break. It's also very thin and had little light feature. It only lit up on this section here, and that was basically it. The LED that we have here on the Magi phone was actually painted red on the Mystic Morpher. Also, you didn't have the option of becoming any one of the 5 Magi Rangers, because they only gave you a built-in red emblem right here, so you could only become the Red Ranger, which kind of sucks for kids who like the other Rangers. Also, you got like a belt clip with the Mystic Morpher, so you had the option of clipping this onto your belt. So those were the differences, and of course the Mystic Morpher had the Power Rangers Mystic Force spells in them. And for the, I believe he was called the Solaris Night Morpher, that was the worst morpher that they did, because they did not have these numbers here which you could press and perform spells. Instead, they just had a sticker here for display, so you can press any button. Only button you could actually press on the Solaris Morpher was this center button here. And instead of having the card feature here, what the Solaris Morpher had was a dagger, like a big dagger that was actually like this big, which you could attach on the top of the Solaris Morpher and then take off. That was actually one of the worst morphers they ever built. And you did not have the option in the Mystic Force toy line to have Mystic Force White Ranger's morpher, or I believe he was called Korag's morpher. So Bandai Japan went out of its way to give us the specific changers of the characters which appeared in the TV show. So that's really great for them, and Bandai of Japan always goes to that trouble anyways. So that's what I really like about them. It gives you options to have a much more accurate collection. So that's basically it. And I'm gonna move on to price points. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's been a while since I searched Magi changer on eBay, so I do not recall any of the prices, but however, I will tell you the prices which I paid to obtain these changers. The Magi phone, I got it in the days of the Magi Ranger when it was airing, because that was the first Sentai series I saw. So that's why I want to obtain the show accurate Magi changers. Also, for the Mystic Morpher, I forgot to mention, you have this really sleek hidden keypad for the Magi phone. But for the Mystic Morpher, you had buttons which popped up like a calculator, and it wasn't hidden. So that's one neat thing to take note for the Magi phone in comparison to the Mystic Morpher. So like I was saying, the Magi phone, I got it in the days when Magi Ranger was still hot, so I paid $40 for this. But now you can actually get it for cheaper, I believe, and I'm not going to quote any prices because it's been a while since I've actually searched for them on eBay. The Yusa phone I actually got pretty cheap. I got it for like $32, I believe. That's when there was a lot of the Magi changers and you could get it for like really cheap prices. That's when I got it. The Magi Mother phone costed me around the same price, like $32 to $40. And the one that costed me a lot was the Gold Grip phone. Costed me $50, but the $50 covered the cards that it came with this, and also an extra pack of Magi Ranger cards. So those are the prices which I paid for the Magi changers, and that's basically it. And you won't have to worry because these changes are inexpensive. They aren't the most expensive changes that there are. So if you can, try and get a hold of them. I highly recommend these a lot, any day over the Mystic Morphers that were released, because those were just a horrendous thing that they released compared to these. So that's basically it on my Magi changer review, or Magi phone review, whatever you want to call it. And I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to ask or post. Thank you and have a great day.